Alright, welcome back everyone. First of all, I want to apologize. I know I kind of fell off with my daily posting for a few days. Honestly, just a few days this past week, I was not feeling very good. That was rude. As I was saying, a few days this past week, I just wasn't feeling very good. I was feeling pretty sick, so I just did not get around to filming and editing as much as I like to, but I'm feeling better now, so hopefully I'll be, back on track. I thought that a good video to do for now would be a Q&A. I have not done a Q&A in a really, really long time here on YouTube, so I figured that it was finally time to do another one. I think the last dedicated Q&A I did on this channel was like May of 2018 or something, so it's been a while. So that's what we're doing today. So I went on Instagram and Twitter and I asked you guys to send me some questions. If you guys don't want to miss out like on the next Q&A or anything, be sure to follow me on there because that's always where I ask. So if you want to be included next time, make sure you follow me there. It will all be in the description below. So with that said, I'm just going to get my phone here. I saved all the questions on here and we will start looking through them. Let me turn down my brightness because it is shining on my face. Okay, so we'll start with the questions that I got from Instagram and then we will move on to Twitter. And I do want to say, I apologize if you sent me a question and I'm not answering it. I just got way too many to all include in one video, so I apologize, but I'll do the best I can. So the first question is, favorite ice cream flavor? Now, most of you guys probably have no idea what this is, but my favorite ice cream flavor is Moon Mist. And now, unless you're from the east coast of Canada, you probably have no idea what Moon Mist is because it's kind of like only here on the east coast, but it's just such a great flavor and it's probably like one of the things I'm going to miss the most when I move because they don't have Moon Mist where I'm moving. Next question is, what are some big things you're planning to get done in the near future? Now this is a really good question because, oh my god, there's an ant on my viewfinder. Okay. There was an ant crawling on my camera. As a lot of you guys probably know, I'm moving here soon, and with that move I have a lot of really big projects that I'm really excited to do. Once I move, I'm going to be building a lot of like custom enclosures and I'm really excited about that. I would say my big plan is just to make the most epic reptile room you have seen on YouTube. That is my main goal. I'm putting so much time and effort into this, so yeah, that's what I would say my biggest goal is, to just create a really awesome reptile room with a ton of really awesome enclosures. Are you going to come visit the UK? So my answer for this is kind of like, I don't know. I don't have any plans on going to the UK, but I would definitely love to at some point. No idea when I will actually ever be able to do that because, that's like kind of far travels, but I would really love to be able to do that at some point. So I would definitely like to be able to say, yes, I will be coming to the UK at some point in my life, but I have no idea when. Would you ever get a larger snake, something like 8 foot or longer? This is kind of like a yes and no question because yes, I would like to own a big snake, but is it ever going to be practical to me? Probably not. Maybe. If I ever did get a big snake, I would want a Burmese python. That's really the only large snake that I have interest in. But since those are really big snakes, it's generally not recommended to handle them alone and everything like that, and I don't have anyone who would be willing to handle one with me, so it's not really practical for me to get a large snake. I mean, who knows what it'll be like 10 years from now. Maybe it will be completely practical for me to get one, but for now I'm going to have to say no, but I would like to get a Burmese python if I was ever able to. Do you keep your snakes' shed skins? I don't. I know a lot of people do. I don't know. I never really cared to, and I do have a lot of snakes. It would just be a lot of shed. I don't really know what I would do with them. So no, I have never kept any of my shed skins from my snakes. How many hamsters do you have currently? I currently only have one hamster. I have Fred. He is my only hamster at the moment. that's about all I can say. I only have one hamster right now. And then, will you be getting another hamster? I would have to say no on that one. I don't have any plans or desire to get another hamster, at least for a while. Maybe in the future, possibly, but as of right now, I'm satisfied just having the one hamster that I have, and I don't really have any desire to get any more. How do you handle keeping so many pets while not getting so overwhelmed? I get asked this a lot, and I really don't have that great of an answer for you, because the truth is just I'm fully able to take care of the animals that I have. I would think that the key to not getting overwhelmed is just knowing your limits. If you are overwhelmed with the amount of animals that you have, then you probably have too many, because I can say there's really very few times where I've ever felt overwhelmed. Like, of course I will feel that every now and then. For example, if I have a pet who's getting a lot of vet care or something and it's just like a really stressful time, yes, that can definitely be overwhelming, but that can apply to someone who just has one pet too. If they have one pet going through a stressful time, it can be overwhelming. But just, you know, like on the general, I'm not overwhelmed by the amount of animals that I have, and that's because I know my limits and I stay within my limits, and I just have the time and resources and everything right now to care for all of the animals that I have. If, like I said, you got to the point where you're overwhelmed, then you probably have more than you should, and it would be a good idea to reconsider that, because ideally you really shouldn't be overwhelmed with your animals. To me, it's just part of my everyday routine, caring for my pets. Like, it's just what I do. It's what I know I have to do. It's just there. And I enjoy doing it. I enjoy caring for my animals. I enjoy feeding them and cleaning cages and just all of that stuff that comes with it. So to me, it's just never really overwhelming. Are chameleons difficult to care for compared to, let's say, crested geckos? I would say yes. Crested geckos are probably one of the easiest reptiles that I've owned, and chameleons are probably the most advanced reptile that I've owned. I would say they're on very different ends of the spectrum. Chameleons have a lot of very, very specialized care, and they're very sensitive animals, so it's really, really important that you're incredibly knowledgeable on them when owning a chameleon. Not that it's not important to be knowledgeable on like a crested gecko, but crested geckos don't have as much specialized care and they're not as sensitive as chameleons are. So yes, I would definitely have to say that chameleons are a lot more difficult than a crested gecko. Will you vlog the move? Yes, I definitely plan on filming as much as I can. I haven't really filmed much yet, and that's just because I haven't done a whole lot to move so far. I'm not actually moving until the last week of September. That's when I'm like packing up and going, is on like the 28th, 29th, whatever that weekend is of September. That's when the majority of the filming will be done. Right now, I've just been kind of doing like little things around the house, like purging some of my pet supplies and cleaning up some enclosures and getting rid of some things I don't need and stuff like that. Just little things here and there. But even just those few videos I've done, you guys have really enjoyed, so I know that you guys will really enjoy like the actual moving videos. So I plan on filming as much as I can. I want to film like packing up my animals. I want to vlog the drive because it's like a 15-hour drive, and I want to film like bringing everything into the new house and getting enclosures set back up and whatnot. So I'm really hoping to film as much as I possibly can. Do you still have Viper, your Amazon tree boa? Yes, I do. She is over in my reptile room, which is just on the other side of this wall here. Viper's doing fine. She's not normally an animal I show a ton, just because Amazon tree boas, you know, they're not the most like handleable animals, so not the easiest to film with, but yeah, I still have her. She's doing just fine. Okay, so now we're moving on to a few questions that I got from Twitter. How are you going to move all of your exoterras without them breaking? So all of my enclosures are going in like a U-Haul truck that my dad is going to be driving, and they will all be, you know, I don't really know, packaged kind of. I don't really know how to say this like best I can, but we'll hopefully be using like lots of blankets and stuff to like keep things from banging into each other and whatnot. I don't really know how to describe it. You guys will see it better in like when I actually film it. But all of the extra tears are going in a U-Haul. They're all going to be like wrapped in blankets and everything and like tied in place and stuff so that they don't like slide around and bang into each other. So hopefully they will all get there in one piece. I won't be surprised if some things do get damaged in the move. Thankfully I have like 17,000 extra enclosures if that does happen, but hopefully everything will get there in one piece. Did you ever have a fear of snakes? How did you start handling them? I have never at any point in my life have had a fear of snakes. I can think back to when I was like 5 years old, you know, as far back as my memory goes, and I would go outside and I would find like garter snakes and I would pick them up because I thought that they were really cool. So I have never really had any fear of snakes, so handling them was never an issue to me because I have always thought that they were cool. Like I have photos of me when I was like 5 years old with like little garter snakes and stuff. I just always thought that they're really fascinating, so never had a fear and I never had any issue handling them. Did you ever consider being a vet? I would say no. I never really had any interest in being a vet. It was just, you know, never something that really sparked my interest much. What do you feed your hamsters? I feed my hamsters a mix of the Mr. Johnson's seed mix. That's the seed mix that I use. And then I also add Missouri rat and mouse blocks to it. What made you think about starting a YouTube channel? So I started my YouTube channel after I graduated high school. Honestly, just because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like I was feeling a little bit lost and I had a lot of pets. Pets have always been a big part of my life, so I decided that I would just start up a YouTube channel with them because I had a lot of spare time on my hands because like I said, I had graduated, wasn't really sure what I was doing, so I had a lot of time and I thought that doing YouTube would be a good way to use that time, and I thought that it would be a really good way to connect with other like animal lovers, because in my like real life I don't really have many people who share my passion for animals, so it's really cool getting to meet a bunch of other people who have that same passion online. And then the last question that I'm going to be answering is just how was the move, and that's a pretty simple question for me to answer right now. I'd say pretty good, but I haven't really done much yet. Like I said, I'm not really moving for another month is when like the actual move is happening, so I've only been doing little things here and there, but I mean that's all been going well so far. What I have done has gone pretty well, so far it's all going good. Hopefully it'll stay that way as time continues. So I think that's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I will be back to daily uploads for the rest of the month now. Gonna try my best. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Also check out all of my social media. It's all in the description below. Like I said, anytime I do these Q&As, that's where I ask my questions. I ask on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, so don't miss out next time. Follow me there. All of that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video.